We're going to start with where we left off in our Where the Mountain Meets the Moon book by Grace Lin. We might all have to take a minute to just think about where it was that we left off in Min Lee's adventure to bring good fortune to her family. So we were just picking up with a story within the story. It's the story of the Buffalo Boy's friend. Sometimes during the hot summer days, there is not enough water for my buffalo, so I like to take him out of the city into the surrounding forest to drink in the stream there. One day, I brought him to the forest, and he kept pulling and pushing me away from the stream. No matter what I did, he refused to go in my direction. So finally, I just let him lead the way. And he brought me to a part of the forest I had never seen before. A part I don't think anyone from the city has ever seen before. The trees seemed to reach the clouds. The green grass felt like a silk blanket, and there was a lake of clear water, so pure and clean it looked as if it were a piece of the sky. But the most beautiful things there were the 7 girls swimming in it. But when the girls saw me and the buffalo come through the trees, they screamed. They jumped out of the water, grabbed their robes, and ran away. They moved so quickly, it seemed like they had all disappeared into the sky. All except for one, that is. One girl stayed in the water and stared at me with scared eyes. Her hair floated around her like a midnight halo, and her white face like a star in the sky. "Hello?" I said. You're Buffalo," she said, and her voice was like flute notes in the air. "He's sitting on my clothes." "Oh," I said, and I quickly pushed him over. On the ground, crushed and a little muddy, was a blue silk dress. As I lifted it, the softness made me ashamed of my rough hands. "Here," I said, bringing the dress to the edge of the lake. She looked at me, hesitating. "I won't look," I said, and I placed the dress on the ground and walked a bit away with my back turned. I heard her slip out of the water and heard the rustle of silk as she put on her clothes. "Thank you," she said. "You can turn around now." And when I turned around, a girl was smiling at me. She was my age, but she was prettier than any girl I had ever seen before. Even paintings of princesses were ugly compared to her. "I didn't mean to scare you," I said. "My buffalo was just thirsty." "I guess so," she said, and she laughed like tinkling bells as we watched my big lumbering buffalo make his way to the water. "I can't believe my sisters just left me like that. I'm the youngest too. They're supposed to watch me. But I'm glad they didn't, because now I can talk to you. Tell me all about you. Does your buffalo go with you everywhere?" And just like that, we became good friends. She wanted to know everything about me and wasn't snobbish or anything. In fact, a lot of the time she sighed and said she wished she had my freedom. "I have to go before they miss me," she sighed. "I wish I could stay here. Where I live, I'm not allowed to do anything. There's always someone watching, telling me what to do, and it's kind of lonely." "Well, visit me," I told her. "We can have lots of fun together." "I'll try," she promised, and she kept her promise. Like she said, it was hard for her to get away, but every night on the full moon, when she visits her grandfather, she stops here. Sometimes she can only stay for a little while. Sometimes she can stay for hours. Whenever I see her, we laugh enough to last for the month. She's my best friend, and someday when we're old enough, I'm going to talk her into staying here forever. "And she should be coming tonight," the Buffalo Boy said, and his smile was bright and broad. "Oh, can I meet her?" Min Lee said. It was funny how the Buffalo Boy's whole manner changed when he talked about her. His vaguely mocking attitude and tough expression washed away, and he lit up like a lantern. She was glad the boy had someone in his life other than the buffalo. The boy looked troubled. "She's really shy around other people," he said, "and I think she's afraid if anyone sees her. Her family might find out that she stops here instead of going straight to her grandfather's. They're really strict with her." "I won't bother her then," Min Lee said. "Do you want me to leave?" "No, you can just stay with the buffalo," he said. "She told me last time that this visit would have to be fast anyway." She was behind on her work, so they will expect her back quickly. Work? Minli asked. What does she do? She weaves and spins thread, the boy said. That's what she brings to her grandfather when she visits, thread that she spins. Hey, I know. I'll ask her how you can see the king. She'll know. How will a weaving girl know about the king? Minli asked. Does she live in the inner city? No, she lives far away, the boy said vaguely, but she knows a lot of things. Minli shrugged. It didn't seem likely to her that a friend of the buffalo boy would know how she could see the king, but as she didn't have any ideas of her own, she would hope. And that's that story for today. I will see you in 2 more days. Don't forget your activity. Make some delicious moon milk.